Bravo 6. Going dark.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some Ready or Not. It is me, Zeus, finally bringing you guys the correct 12th Friday challenge. This Friday's challenge is finally going to be clearing the post office with a 12-time scope. Now, I'm not looking forward to this, not even a little bit, because the biggest thing about the 12-time scope is it is disorienting. And I heard someone yell. I think I'm dead. I am not. Surely there's more on the way. Huh. There's a weird guy. Where do you ever come from? Jesus. Oh! So speaking of, the whole, I don't wanna die line, I had a kind of a crazy moment this weekend. This week, on Wednesday, my, four-wheel drive on my pickup truck. So, okay, hang on, this will require some backstory. So, I live in the mountains, and, yeah, I have a pickup that I drive, because there's like 4 feet of snow. And, yeah, I broke my four-wheel drive on it. I don't know how, I don't know what happened, otherwise, obviously, it would be fixed. But, yeah, I sent her something awful, something fierce, and, yeah, it is still broken to this day. I just have a Jeep that I am currently driving that works well enough, gets me through the winter. You know, I don't know how many of you have ever driven Jeeps. Obviously, I couldn't, because I don't know everybody watching these. But, yeah, I have a Jeep, and they do really well in, like, off-road scenarios, which is oddly something you're going to bump into a lot. But, at least where I live. But they're not great for snow. They're very light, so they float, and you feel like you're driving in, like, on the skis, basically. I don't know how else to explain that, but so yeah, it feels very spooky, but I still have a way around. It's still good enough. It gets me to work and stuff. And the battery died on it. It was kind of a crazy story. I was driving out of my neighborhood, and when I say neighborhood, I mean in the loosest sense conceivable. Like, there's other houses here, and that's kind of the whole definition, at least up in my area. But yeah, so I was driving out of my neighborhood when all of a sudden I took a left turn to exit my neighborhood, and my Jeep just died out of nowhere. It was like, yeah, I don't really feel like it, and just died. So I was like, what the fuck? I hopped out, and my first instinct is, because the Jeep was more my summer vehicle, so I stopped driving it in probably October, because that's when we usually start getting snow up where I'm at. Stopped driving it around then. I was like, yeah, you know, it's probably just the battery. So I jumped it, and it wouldn't start. At this point, I'm panicking, because my initial instinct was wrong, and I know a bit about cars, not enough to be like a mechanic, but a good chunk, you know, enough to get me by. and what I thought was wrong was not. So I am freaking out. I got to get to work in like a half hour, and I still don't even know what's wrong with my vehicle. Dude, I was freaking out. Well, as it turns out, just the fuel in my vehicle had just gotten old. What the fuck? Like I just like appeared and disappeared. But effectively, the fuel just got old. And while it was sitting there, it didn't like separate, but it was just not like, I don't know how to word this. It didn't like burn enough. The vehicle would try turning over, and it just wasn't able to. But yeah, effectively, the fuel was just old, and yeah, once it got through my fuel injector, it was fine. I think my fuel filter, after just sitting there all winter, probably got full of some leaves and some snow, got wet, something. And yeah, it just wasn't, it was just basically acting like a clog. So the way I had to get my Jeep started, now that's the best part. I basically started it, like got the key turned so that just the power was on. And then I had to lay on my gas pedal, get up to about 3,000 RPM, and then try turning the vehicle over. And this worked, of course, but it's not ideal. Not ideal. It's pretty hard on it. So that was a thing that happened for sure. But on the bright side, I still have transportation now. So this is a good thing. Overall, net positive, net plus. So on this mid walkway. Ooh. Oh. Saw another guy in a vest. Looked pretty similar. There's somebody shooting at me from like over there. Or just right in my ear, I guess. Come on. Trying to use the sniper scope for its intended purpose. That is blood. He's done. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. Ooh. We're gonna do a quick little yee. Okay, I think we're up top. You're up top. Yeah, this guy looked like one of the bad guys from outside. Being as docile as he was threw me off for a second. I don't think there is anybody else. At least on this area. You'll notice I've been trying to block off doors. I've had a few runs where that would happen. Right here. This exactly, where people would like back flood into areas I had already basically cleared. Now, of course, this I didn't full clear, so that's not so bad, but like that hallway and stuff, so I just end up having to run around and find people for, 35, 40 minutes, and yeah, it's no fun. It makes for a bad video. Bad viewing experience, what would you say? But I don't know why I'm so worried about that, because, yeah, looking down a 12 times scope for the entire video does not make for a great viewing experience either. Makes for a good challenge, though, I will say. It's hard to explain, but you don't really understand how hard it is to go from like not aimed to aimed with this. It's very disorienting. It's just the whole sucking you into the middle of your screen kind of deal. I actually tried this a few times without ADS zoom. It's a separate feature of the game where you can like have your gun just stay out and you'll have like a little picture. Actually, I'll just show you guys really quick. See? So yeah, it makes your scope really tiny and it makes everything else really weird. But that makes in my opinion, that like hurts my eyes. So I just have it on zoomed in, at least for scopes. On regular weapons, it's not actually that bad. Scopes, it like gives me a headache. And so we are back to just looking for this last guy here. I don't know where they could be. I don't think anybody can ever be in this building. Like I know that it's here, but I've never found anybody in here. Like maybe once and I've just forgotten about it. But yeah, it looks like no one's in here. So I don't honestly know where they could be. I haven't dead checked everybody, so perhaps one of them was not dead, simply incapacitated. I'm kind of just gonna burn through here and check really quick. Normally I would start a transition like a high speed, zoom through here, but I'll just kind of take a second here to plug my socials. They're all down in the description. I am incredibly, outstandingly inactive on them, but it's because I made them primarily for Siege. And I've had so many different games that I've been juggling that it's hard to really get the time to make a clip or something. I don't play enough to hit any cool clips for Siege or anything like that. I might have to drop Tarkov, actually, while it's a subject. Oh, there he is. But while it's a subject, yeah, I may have to drop Tarkov. I guess the game stability is just not the greatest, at least for my machine. It crashes constantly. I've had several computer blue screens from it. And I'm thinking that this next video I make, because I did promise a stash update, if nothing, I guess, on Saturday, so tomorrow. But if it keeps crashing as much as it does, I may just drop it and go back to just Rainbow and this game here. So, well, once you look at that, that is everybody. Throw my safety on here, and I'm going to wish you guys a great rest of your day. I hope you all have an amazing weekend, and you guys take it easy. Peace out.